Hey gang, welcome back. And you've got to pretend that now this is evening time, okay? Even though it's only a few minutes after I did the last video. Because I want to show you the apps that I use in the evening. And of course, or during the day when I've got a specific half-hour slot, which I dedicate to doing like market leadership or creating some content. Now, the first thing that I want to show you, of course, is Instapaper. And, Instapaper is just fantastic. Now, you remember, of course, that we've just been through and had a look at all of those articles. Now, what's happening now is that Instapaper, as soon as I open it up, is sucking down all of these articles that I've saved to look at later. And this is just, it's just such a brilliant application for this. And I just find it so useful. So if I go into... this particular, this article by Michelle, we can have a look and read it. You can see already my market leadership at work there. So look at this, and of course this is great irony given you're now neck deep into Always Be Shipping the course. But it's a great article about the point of hand-picking tweets. Human-powered feeds do much, much better than automated ones by any relevant metric. It is so true, and this is exactly what we have seen. So this is a great article. This is a thing. So if I read this and I see this, I think, okay, cool. This is so sweet, this part. Check this out. So I highlight the word "what" there, and then I use this little handle to pick out the quote that I want, like that, and then I tap the share button, and because I've set up my Posterous, as I showed you how to do previously, you can have a look, and I can go email link with selection, hit post at posterous.com, and send it off, and it's done. I've just made a blog post with a relevant quote straight to my blog, which is just fantastic. We can keep going through here. I can, archive those. Interestingly, I can also go in here and hit the like button. And if people are following me on Instapaper, Instapaper has its own follow functions. They can see what I'm liking on Instapaper, which is great. Again, anytime we can communicate with our market, follow along, interact, it's a check move. It's a positive way of going into a market. And Always Be Shipping is all about how many ways, how many different content, how many times can we have an interaction with our marketplace, a positive interaction with our marketplace. Because the bottom line is, the more positive interactions you have with your marketplace, the better you will do financially, the better you will do in terms of influence, in terms of any metric you choose to measure. It's that complex and that simple. So that's an article I'm going to save for later. But let's go and have a look at the the blog post just to show you that. See, look at that, just straight away, all done, just fantastic. And we can have a look, and we've got the link there that's got the URL. Let's put everything in. It's put in a nice quote because of the blog. It's fantastic. I mean, how awesome is that? So, we've seen Instapaper as part of that particular approach. But now I want to show you, an app that makes me weep. This is not available on most platforms, but I think, I want to show it to you because hopefully I inspire you to run out immediately and buy an iPad, because I think this application, Flipboard, just does such extraordinary work. So Flipboard is my favorite evening application. So it pulls in a lot of my feeds, just like everything that you are used to and everything that you have seen in all these applications. But it does it in a way which is just extraordinary. It is just beautiful. It is literally like having my own private magazine, which is just populated just for me personally. And of course, I haven't mentioned it by name, of course, but it is Flipboard. So let's flip there. Now let's so you can see here it's updating, and I can see what is Annabelle up to. Oh my goodness. So we can you see everything's updating there. So first, one of my favorite things, in terms of Facebook usage, and this is not particularly a business, like the Facebook, pardon me, the Facebook that I've got here, which I'm going to tap into now. This is my personal Facebook, and you can see what has gone on with Annabelle here. Oh my goodness! So I can isn't this much better than Facebook itself? Like you can see, you can comment, you can blow up the picture there. What has gone on? And you keep. Look, there's my article which I shared on Facebook because I follow myself. Yes, that's why I wear glasses. But isn't this cool? And you can just literally, if you want to see the thing, it loads it up in the background and just flicks it there. I can pinch that down and close it off. And I can scroll through and have a look. Here's, goodness, what's JMO up to there? Oh, look at that. John Heffron, that's very cool. And look, I can go in and have a look at the comments. I just think it's so much nicer than Facebook itself. It's, I can like that. Tap it. I can just tap here and type a reply. I can go here and I can share. I can email the link. I can read later, which means I can send it off to Instapaper, or I can view on the web. It's just phenomenal. And people ask me why don't I use this all the time? Because it's not as efficient as Reader. Because yes, you can pop in your Google stuff as well. It's just, marvelous. So Ken here has put up a video, but what I love about this, look at this. I can watch the video in place, which is just incredible. And if I'm here and I just tap on this little AirPlay icon, I can actually send that off to wherever it happens to be and have it play on whatever device I have available to me. Like in the evenings, what I tend to do is I have my plasma on and I'll throw that up to the actual plasma, which is just fantastic. So, I can do any of those things. It's just, it really does truly rule. So, here's a classic thing. There's something from Tim Ferriss. And you can see, it's just so good to scroll through. And it just, it just makes Facebook so much more interesting. It really does. So look at the, so here's something from Dan Dobos, for example. Anybody interested in, sales and presenting, pick this out. Great. So I think, I know some people who are obviously interested. So I just go and tap Twitter, and I'll just type a little comment. Cool job for the right person. Right, I can tap that there. I can shorten the link to make it, more time. I can even do some stuff like grab the actual page and add that as a picture. Right, how good's that? And so it'll attach it as a picture to my actual, posting, and it looks sensational. So, you can do so much stuff, but that's Facebook. Now, of course, and this is why I saved why I didn't clean out my Google Reader, because, of course, the other thing you can do is you can follow Google Reader. Now, this Google Reader feed that I've got here, this is everything. So if I go through this, there's going to be like 400 things here. And you can imagine if you're flicking over, as cool as it looks, as awesome as that looks, that could take some time. Now, one of the things I want to show you on this, and this is a killer tip, to make this work brilliantly, there's one setting that you have to change, which is mark as red when you flip. What did I just say? Mark as red when you flip. So as you do the flip like that, that will mark all of those things as red, because what people do, and it's not like this out of the box with Flipboard. This is a killer tip. When I showed Paul Colligan this, he wet his pants, literally. What it means is if I go back to Google Reader, these things won't appear because they've already been marked as read. So I'm not double handling. And what a lot of people do is they don't have that setting, so they don't double handle. So that's part of the thing. Now, what's also cool is not only can you go with Google Reader, but do what I do, and you can actually break out, check this out, all the different folders. So I can go to individual people follow, I can go to feeds and folders. Like, I can literally go through and create individual magazines for each of my readers. And as you can see, it's just such a fabulous way to go through. Not quite as efficient as Reader, but boy, is it pleasurable. I mean, and sometimes, gosh, why not just do something that we enjoy? You know, okay, there's a cool article that I'm interested in having a look at. You know, scroll through there and have a look. And I can go read later, and that will go on Instapaper. And off I go. I can just continue to read. And as you can see those grayed out headlines? That means that it's already marked as read. So I can go through and have a look at that, which is fabulous. I also follow, individual Twitter accounts, like, just say, for argument's sake, Rachel Zoe, and there she is on looking absolutely radiant about her Neiman Marcus collection. We can continue to type down and type all about that, which is just absolutely fantastic. And there she is. She's doing her thing, and this is her Twitter account. So you can follow individual people's Twitter accounts. There's a video, so I can go in, and rather than having to go out and have to look and check out all of this stuff, I can go in and have a look at things on the spot, which is just fantastic. So we can go through and scroll through and have a look at all of those things. I can also do things like, follow Flickr feeds, Instapaper feeds, and so on. And you can also follow Twitter lists. So this is, for example, okay, and apologies, these are all the Arsenal players. Now, I don't want to follow the individual Arsenal players, and trust me, when you see what they tweet about, it's not worth it. But here's the interesting thing. This is a Twitter list of all the Arsenal players. So when I really want to feel, self-loathing come upon me and I want to see what these guys are up to, then I literally am able to load in a Twitter list here on Flipboard and go through and at my leisure have a look at these things, which I think is just absolutely fabulous. And this is why Twitter lists, I think, are going to become more and more and more and more important. And as I say, they get pretty depressing. They're only young lads, let's put it that way. So there we have it. Flipboard, which is fantastic. Let me show you one other thing that I do. As I say, it's an evening thing. And this is actually a brand new app. And it's called Deja, as in Deja Vu. And what this does is it scours my Twitter, my YouTube channel, my Facebook, all of these areas, my YouTube subscriptions, and brings in all the videos that have been published in a day. And it's just such a fantastic way, like, particularly, as I say, my preference to do this is in an evening. Where we can go in and have a look, and like I can tap, I can highlight a particular video here and, go in and load the video. I can play it as it's playing now. I can, as I often do, I love throwing it up onto my big screen or onto the computer or wherever I happen to be. And, off I go. If I don't want to look at that, I can continue on and scroll. You can literally, make these bigger. You can make them smaller. It really is phenomenal. You can look at various related videos. Somebody done a mind map of his Stanford address. I mean, look at this. Just fantastic. We can look at that. We can go and have a look. We can have a look for related videos, and it'll go out and sort for related videos just like that, which is just wonderful. And I can click back to go back to where I am. I can have a look at yesterday's videos, go through, and now these are today's videos over here. So I can have a look there's Lady Gaga promoting Chrome. I heard about that, but I haven't seen it yet. So, and I can scroll that out, have a look, press play. Do you see how phenomenal this stuff is? I mean, it is absolutely extraordinary. It really, truly, truly is. Your ability to stay connected, to stay involved, to stay knowledgeable about a marketplace is just extraordinary. It is just amazing. And not only can you do it with such incredible efficiency, but you can do it with, it can be incredibly fun at the same time. And, who wrote the rules that says we can't do all of this stuff and have fun at the same time? I suppose in finishing up, though, I'll finish the way I started this series of videos. And that is that it's very, 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 very important for you guys to understand that never, ever confuse all of this awesome stuff that I've just showed you with doing the work. This is the fueling up part. Unless you grab this and take action with this, it's nothing. Like, it's fun, but it's not going to move your business forward. So just be sure that in the rest of Always Be Shipping, this extraordinary, immense course is all about exactly that. All right. So with that, I'm going to check out some more Lady Gaga and associated video action. How cool is Deja? What an extraordinary, extraordinary application it is. All right. We will speak to you soon. Have fun. And enjoy the rest of Always Be Shipping. I might just have a crack at Who Ate My Monster.